The top 20 games of this year, they're mine! All mine! Who are you guys? They're all mine to share, I guess! I'll just, put them here. There.
So, what are we doing?
I think you hand them to me.
Yeah, you see, we used
Alright,
So it's not rigged.
I'll dig through it.
We used
Pick out my
math,
favorites.
science, and black magic to figure out the best games, and now we're gonna order them.
Go for it.
Hopefully this pops it.
Ah! Is this number 1 or number 20?
This is be 21.
21.
Oh.
Damn, it can drink.
Maybe I'll write them down this time.
Squirrel with a gun. Darn it, that was actually a good game.
Oh, I only saw that one. I didn't play it, so I wasn't able to put it on. That's a good one, though.
Okay.
Wait, what? Hang on.
Are you just gonna take them from him?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
sure.
not gonna let him hand them to you?
Hey.
Got too ahead of myself. Apologies.
There we go.
Number 20.
Oh, I'm glad you picked that one, because that's the only green balloon in there. I knew you'd be drawn to it.
I just picked it because I didn't want to pick another red one.
Oh.
Is it a Zelda? Is it the fucking Zelda game?
I don't know. It could be anything.
Pokemon TCG2.
Fair enough.
Might just throw these on the floor.
Sure.
A game that never came out in America. Alright.
Number 19.
Where'd it go?
Damn it, where did that go?
It's probably under the balloon. Or in it.
I think it is in the balloon.
Yeah.
Yep, that was like a 1 in a million. Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Wait, what? Like a Gaiden Dragon? Like a Dragon Gaiden.
Yeah, yeah.
Dyslexia.
I didn't even know one of those games came out.
Two of them came out, actually.
Weird. Alright.
Alright, this is number...
Oh, this one has it. Oh, okay. I
Don't even know how I'm gonna do that one. Which number is this again?
18, I think?
Yeah.
This is the fourth one.
Slitterhead.
What?
Slitterhead.
Hey. Wait. It's nice and big. Why are the orange ones deflating?
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Like, specifically.
Number 17. Jesus. Dragon Age the Veilguard.
Damn.
Figure,
Dragon Age?
who ever played that?
I did.
No.
Is it Dragon Age?
Yeah.
Huh. Not one of those came out either. You know what? Let's do the sad deflated one.
I don't even know how I'm gonna...
Just
Just
slash at it. What the hell was that?
the tail.
Oh.
What number is this? Who's keeping track?
7.
This would be the sixth
I think 16th or 17th one?
sixth game. Down from 21, so whatever that means.
It would be -5, so it's the 16.
I want to know what's in the sad deflated one.
Yeah. That's Space Marine. I'm gonna be mad.
Rise of the Ronin.
Thank God. If anything was ever sad and deflated, it's a good game. It's just
It was forgotten.
Hey,
about.
it was my game of the year for like the majority of the year.
I actually thought it was good, and I don't play Team Ninja games that much.
I liked it, but it had the unfortunate. It had to come out after G.o.T.Y and Dawn.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
What?
Unicorn Overlord.
All right. Well, with 7 out of the way, we're gonna take a short break. I'm gonna go over here. This year's show brought to you by the Civilization Preservation Foundation, building giant robot girl for companions for the future.
Hope he washes his face.
A back face unwashed.
I don't remember what won last year.
Baldur's Gate, I think.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3?
Yeah, we're trying to be different than the Game Awards, and then we became the Game Awards.
It's fine.
Spirit Hunter Volume 3 Death Mark 2.
Oh, whose fucking game that is?
That is a title right there. That is an title that insists upon itself.
Actually, we haven't popped a pink one.
Oh, that shot.
I think that fired. Oh no, it's in there. I thought it just completely like fired that way.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna put them over here. So
It's a good idea.
Probably would have been better if we had, like stacked them.
I'll just have to rewatch it.
999. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors.
Oh, who nominated that?
The only person here who actually played it this year? Yeah, sure.
What number is this now?
21.
Well, you know what number 1's gonna be.
This would be the 10th game.
Really?
Alright, so then it's number 12.
12.
Fuck.
Foam Stars.
Yeah.
Let's go for the bottom one.
So this is number 11.
Yep. After this is the gateway between the half. This is the literal halfway point. It's the middle. What's the most middling game of 2024?
Indica.
Never heard of it.
That was a lot nicer of a pop. Or is that in the Jewel of Fairmore? Is that number 10 or 9?
I think it's 22.
We're adding games.
I don't know.
I know which game's still in there, and it's gonna be funny.
We know what 3, 2, and 1 are going to be. Fuck.
You shot it.
Dude, what's on the other side of the room?
I think so.
Yes. This one better be good.
I gotta probably start doing it downward.
You just shoot towards the wall that way.
I shoot it into another dimension.
No, you stick it straight through one of these holes. Actually, one of the balloons is literally stuck to the wall. Or to the...
Yeah, it's stuck to it.
That's impressive.
God of War Ragnarok.
Oh fuck!
Who played that this year?
I did.
I was like, I
I only
played that
did
last
it.
year.
I only did it because you nominated it last year, and we nominated the year before. So that one doesn't count. That one's
That's on the list. I'm putting it on there.
I'm bored.
I did play it this year.
Ah,
Don't step on it.
Is it in there?
I lost it.
All right, now I don't know what any other games are in there.
I know some of the ones I nominated. I don't think I picked any of them. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn.
Yeah.
Okay, well, before you guys do some more, it's time for another ad break. This is YouTube. This year's show brought to you by Malomart. You'll buy it now if you're smart at Malomart. Face is still unwashed.
Are we getting paid?
You're not, because this is YouTube.
You're right.
I was hoping he grabbed the one that's already with
Oh, hey! It won again.
One again.
I don't even remember everything that I... Well, actually, no, I do remember.
Vampire Survivors.
Damn.
Are you sure? This is fair.
I mean, this is the cutoff before... This is the cutoff before the top 5, so... This is number 6.
Just throw everything on the floor, who cares?
It'll be fine. I don't remember what else. I know we picked out...
I'm trying to think. I think most of mine are gone.
Another Crab's Treasure.
2 of my games, at least.
That was one of my games. Jesus.
Yeah. It needs to go at some point. It'll be
It's only
number
the
5.
orange ones.
Yep.
Wow.
And the most disappointing game is...
I think we gotta fill up on back in.
Euphoria the Saga 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Number 4. Is one of my games gonna end
Think
up
of
being
Iron
number
Foot.
1 again?
It's under the...
It's under the treadmill.
Yeah.
It's like right at the front of it.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Go for it. If I open it, I'll curse it.
Stellar Blade.
Stellar Blade?
I thought you said Dollar Blade.
Yeah, I was like,
I
what?
was like, what?
Yeah, you know, the dollar blade.
Alright, I think that's all mine are gone.
Number 3.
There's a good chance one of mine's gonna win.
Woo! Sorry.
If Phil's wins and he said he doesn't like popping balloons, that's gonna be fun.
Hey, man. It's... I don't know what the fuck's in here. I'm just going off... I'm going off whatever I feel, which is based in nothing.
Never mind. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Damn. Hey, it's number 3.
Brennan returned that game. He
They're
bought it,
sold.
he played it, and he's like, I don't like this.
It's alright. I wouldn't say it's great. It's like probably 7 or 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna bank on this not being my game.
One of my games is still one of these two, so.
If you put my game in a red balloon, I'm gonna be pissed.
I put a lot of games in the red balloon.
I know, but still.
Space Marine 2.
Damn it!
I mean,
Hey, guess what won?
I think this is my
What
game.
is
I just
it?
can't remember what game it is.
Oh, I know what it is.
I don't know.
Well, now it's mixed
Oh,
in,
you
so now we're fucked.
Nope, I know which one it is. It's the one that's not as crinkled. Ow.
I hate it.
You smoked yourself?
I did poke myself a little bit.
Well, oh, I know what it is.
Yeah, I
Oh
hate
my
it.
god, that is funny. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
No! How it's so fucking rigged? It's so rigged. This happened 2 years in a row.
Wait,
Because I put
what?
it on my list.
Wait, what?
It's Astrobot.
What's the only game show that matters when we echo the real one?
I think I'm the only
Fuck
one
it.
here that actually played Astrobot.
Fuck it.
We
man.
swear to you that we did not rig it to have it.
I literally.
And you picked Baldur's Gate 3 last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Okay, so
That's
you guys want a rundown?
Oh god.
So, Squirrel with a Gun, Pokemon TCG2, Like a Dragon Gun, Flitterhead, Dragon Age Veilguard, Rise of the Ronin, Unicorn Overlord. Those are your first 7. Spirit Hunter Volume 3 Death Mark 2, 999, Foam Stars, Indica, Arzette, God of War Ragnarok, and Flintlock. And finally the top 7, Vampire Survivors, Another Crab's Treasure, Euphoria 2, Stellar Blade, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Space Marine 2, and Astrobot.
I mean, I'll take that. Most of my games made it to the top 3. Top 5.
Two of mine are at the bottom.
I think 4 of my games were in the top 5. Scroll with the Gun was the last one that was on my list. Was the
first one that you
was number
took off.
20.
Yeah, so you rigged it. You rigged it.
I definitely rigged it if anybody.
Alright, well. That's all I got.
That's all I got too.
I need to go wash my face.
Yeah, you do. I'm pissed.
Alright, guys, I'm back!
Hey! Hey, you showed up!
I washed my face!
Oh, okay.
No more bukkake.
Now get out of my house.
Well, you didn't let me in, but whatever.
Hello.
Well, welcome to the Game of the Year show, after show,
Welcome
where we
to-
explain our choices.
Welcome to us being a bunch of hacks. Again!
Yeah, that was genuine. That was genuinely because Jim's like over there laughing, and I'm like I don't remember what it is.
you see, when we got down to the 2 balloons, I'm like, I hope he pulls that red one. I hope he pulls that red one. It'd be so funny. Because it's like, I knew that it was Space Marine 2.
Oh, God.
I didn't intentionally put it in a red one, though. It's just that was the first one that I pulled out on the list, and I was
Okay.
filling the balloons, and that was the first color balloon I pulled out, and I thought that was really funny.
I can't believe I managed to keep it until the end, and then I fucking reverse psychology myself, and I was like, it's not in the red balloon. It won't be in a red balloon. I'm gonna pick the red balloon, and then of course in the red balloon was,
Alright, so you guys want to just start from 21 and go down?
Yeah.
yeah.
So the first game was Squirrel with a Gun, which was nominated by you, Aaron.
Yeah. I think you also played it too.
I did play it.
So the game was $30. I saw the trailers and I was like, yeah, it's a scroll with a gun. The scroll with the gun itself didn't sell me on it. I was like, okay, this just looks like another gimmicky game. Like, it's cute, but it also looks enjoyable. It was the fact that I saw it had platforming elements that made me want to buy it. Like, yeah, you literally platform with the gun.
Well, I know. I'm. Oh yeah. No, I've seen that.
And you can literally like shoot yourself upward with a rocket launcher.
I've seen that. My favorite part of it was how it basically turns into fucking MGS5, where you're just like taking dudes out.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That being said, though, the game's kind of buggy and kind of janky.
When I was playing it, whenever they're like, "Hey, you want the car?" I'm like, "No."
The car sucks.
Hey, you want to be on a wet or on the you want to do the wet skiing? I'm like, "No." The only thing I liked was the quadcopter.
The quadcopter's good. And the only reason I kind of picked this game is because I didn't play a lot of games this year. But that was one of the better ones, I would say. And I thought it was okay. The bosses were kind of funny.
I did not like either boss.
I was just
I
like,
thought they were both trash.
you fight a boss in a tank, and then you fight a boss in a helicopter, and I think they're both called the same thing. Just father.
Well, the second one's mother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The costumes I thought were funny.
I hated having to switch between them a
Yeah.
lot because it's like I just want to be the clown squirrel, but clown squirrel doesn't give me any added bonus, so I gotta go switch to bomb detector squirrel.
I think I was always the cowboy squirrel, or I always liked the ones that changed the walking animation. I thought those were funny. And I always thought that collecting the items were a little weird. Like, they weren't very... It was very, like, mundane.
It kind of was.
I was just like...
It was a good enough 3-hour story.
Yeah. Just climbing the top of a pole, and it's like, okay, here's a golden acorn, here's where the other things are. And I didn't... Like, there was one, I was just like... There was one example of I didn't know how to get it. There was this sad, crying lady at, like, her wedding or something.
Mm.
And then I went up to this house, and I didn't know how to get this acorn, and there was this lady, or there was this guy drunk or something, and he was like late for his wedding, and all of a sudden I just accidentally pushed him off the ledge, and he got up.
No accident.
And then he ran. For me, it was. He just fell off. I didn't like push him off or anything. And then he went up and ran, and then all of a sudden there was an acorn. I thought it was funny, but yeah.
All right, moving on to number 20, Pokemon TC.
Before we, sorry. If whoever nominated, say where they nominate, like what, like on their list.
It was 5. It was bottom.
5? Okay.
It was bottom.
Pokemon TCG2, long ass title of Great Rocket, I think.
Yeah, it's there. So there was a Pokemon TCG game for Game Boy that came out, and then there was a sequel, but it was only in Japan. But I found a fan translation of it. I had found it years ago, but then I just didn't get into it. And then when after Pocket came out, and I got pissed off because I couldn't open as many packs as I wanted to make all the decks I wanted. I was like, I'm just gonna play a fucking TCG game, and it was really fun. It's got a lot of the old cards. I'm basically running the same deck I ran in the original game, but what's cool is that you basically do your whole run in the original island, and then when you beat that, you go to Great Rockets Island, and each type-themed area has its own gimmick. Like, to beat certain people, in order to fight certain people just to get to the main guy, you have to have specific things in your deck, and then when you get to the final person, their type has a special modifier. Like, grass types couldn't be statused, fire types do more damage.
Sounds like bullshit to me.
Well,
sounds like cheating.
It is cheating, it legitimately, but what makes it fun in the game is that it encourages you to be like, you know what, just, you get to take advantage of it too, so it's like, just make a deck of that type. You don't get to counterplay them quite.
So you just have to play them, but better.
Yeah. Like, when I went to the grass one, I was like, I was born ready for this. I've been running a grass deck since, basically the beginning of the game. And I know my grass deck is better than whatever garbage you have to throw out at me. And yeah, I just absolutely trounced him. Which was hilarious, because a lot of his deck was about dealing statuses that affect both you and your opponent. But then I'm throwing out grass types, and it's like, nobody's getting status. You have nothing. And I just run a better deck. So, yeah, it was pretty fun. I think that was, it might have been third. I think it was third out of my 4. So...
Alright, so number 18 was Like a Dragon Gaiden. That was my pick. So that actually came out last year, but I didn't get it until after we had done the Game of the Year awards. So I figured, I'll just put this one on here. It goes back to Kiryu being the main character, so it's an action game and not an RPG. It's also considerably shorter than the rest of them, with it being a side story and all that. But I think it had a lot better pacing, and a lot better the game just felt better than Infinite Wealth. But I don't really have to explain a Yakuza game to you. Probably don't have to explain one to you. And I don't know if you care.
I've only played... I own a lot of the Yakuza games, but I've only played, half of 0. I got... what was it? Like a Dragon... it was the one set in, the 1800s.
Oh, okay.
Ishin.
Yeah, I got that one, and I just didn't play very much of it.
Well, this one plays better.
That one, I just thought the combat was so boring. In that one, I was like, this game was $70.
Yeah, Gaiden doesn't overstay its welcome. Unlike a lot of the other Yakuzas. It's just like, hey, what if it was 60 hours? And this one's like, hey, what if we were a cool 30?
It was only $30.
Well, it was
30 hours.
I think it was $40. It was a cheaper game.
Yeah, because it was digital first, right? And then they...
I mean, it was more expensive for me because I had to import it. I think I got the
Yeah.
Korean version. But either way, I don't remember which number this was. I didn't actually pay attention to my numbers. So moving on from that, that was 17, right? 21.
Yeah, sure.
21, 20, 19. Okay, so this is 18. Slitterhead, also a pick by me. This was a game made by, or the director was the guy who did the original Silent Hill and the Siren series. And so I was kind of interested in it because I want to play like a modern Siren because old Siren is hard. Yeah, this game is not that. This game is not a horror game. It's an action beat 'em up with a horror coat of paint on it, and I don't really have much to say about it. It gets kind of samey, but the story goes places. I'll leave it at that. Dragon Age Veilguard.
Alright, so this is my first... this was my Game of the Year one. If you play Dragon Age, it's basically just Dragon Age, but more fun, more action-paced. I don't know, I thought the game was fine. I don't know if it got nominated more for the Game Awards if it came out maybe a month earlier. I think the dialogue around the game is overblown because one of the characters, I won't go too far into it, but one side hates the character, and it's really not that bad. But there's a moment where that character and another character are together, and so I decided to romance the necromancer guy, and the one girl Tara, she's like, "You guys gonna be boning? You guys can bone if you want." And I'm like, "That's fine." And I was like, "Oh, that's a funny moment." I thought it was great. But I mean, for the most part, I felt OP through the whole entire game, and I enjoyed the story. And
didn't they revamp the combat system from
I think
older Dragon Age
games? Yeah, it's more action instead of
I heard it was very hack and slashy.
Oh yeah.
That's all it is.
But my character felt like a god.
You can feel like a god in a hack and slash. I mean, you played Ragnarok. That's on the list.
Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. We'll get to that one. But that's all I really got to say. I just enjoy the game. So.
All right, moving on. Rise of the Ronin. Who wants to take this one? Considering all of us played this.
I'll say because all four of us played it. This is what I want Souls games to be, just a little bit of combat, or not combat, a little bit of trial and error, but then also just you can just hack your way through things.
I don't know about that. I don't feel like I was able to hack my way through a lot of situations in Rise of the Ronin.
Yeah, Rise of the Ronin really turned into a mixture of parry if you're feeling saucy, otherwise run the fuck away.
Yeah, that's literally what it felt like. I felt like it was no, you have
but
to parry
be
my attacks or
fair,
fuck
you were playing on the easier difficulty.
Way to throw me out.
Yeah.
No,
to be
that's
fair,
fine.
hey guys, to be fair, Aaron over there who's talking right now, he played on easy mode.
No. What I'm saying is that I'm not saying, but it just the fact that it even had an easy mode.
That's why I want in Souls game. Just have it easy, normal, and hard.
That would
so
be
nice.
Have
bizarre,
it easy
too.
or hard. One of the two.
Honestly, you know what game I really wish had an easier mode?
Is it Wo-Dong?
Wo-Dong. That game was so fucking hard.
I love how hard that.
It does have an easy mode. It's called after you beat the main game, get the fucking the Grace of Nua, and then you win.
Well, yeah,
that
but
game's parrying was
even
so
before
fucking hard.
then, the easy mode is press. What is it? X.
Circle.
So press circle.
I'm pretty sure it's circle.
Yeah, press circle. Mash circle. Oh, an attack's coming. Hit circle a bunch. You'll probably parry it.
Backhand it. Whatever.
I just need to give it another chance.
Parry it.
Let's just put it on easy
I
mode.
owned literally the deluxe version of that game.
Just put it on easy mode and have fun. That's what I did.
I really want to give that game another chance. I paid fucking $90 for that game.
For Ronin?
For
Dong.
Oh.
I bought the deluxe edition because I wanted to play that when I saw
He bought the deluxe Dong.
Yeah.
I got all. I didn't come with the DLC. I kind of wish it did.
So moving back to Ronin real quick. I think it's kind of the opposite. Like I think it's got the inverse difficulty curve. Like it starts off really hard, then the mid game's like, wow, this is really easy, and then the last boss is like, I'm kicking your ass. Up and down the street. That's where your ass is going.
To be fair,
Bosses
though,
felt
I
like
had
that.
that problem with basically every boss in Rise of the Ronin, where it was just like awful. It
I
was
think
just a slog.
I think once I got to like the second area, like I was just cruising through things. I'm like, nope, you're dead. Don't
Well, that's
care.
probably because you were like 10 levels above everything. Because
Yeah.
that's just what happens. Because you do end up. Because if you just go around and you start doing everything, you're like 10 levels above. Because for me, it was always like I get to a new area and like there was stuff that was like 15 levels higher than me, and I'm like, I probably can't do that. And then by the time I'm ready to like even touch some of this stuff, I'm like, I'm 10 levels higher than you. This is a joke. I can one shot you.
That's why I thought the game got kind of boring. Like,
It needed more weapon variety.
It has a bad. It has a. It just.
I loved the
I don't
bayonet. I loved fighting.
Oh,
everything
the
with
bayonet was so good. All the kill moves.
I fucking loved it. It was so satisfying using that.
Honestly,
I love the turret.
I think the reason why Dong was so gratifying for me was that your level didn't really matter. Like,
No, only your morale level matters. Oh, what's that? You're walking in here with 5 morale, but you're like 100 levels higher than the recommended? Get fucked. Oh, you're walking in with 25 morale and you're level 2? Okay, we'll get fucked.
Oh god,
Everybody's
the
happy,
fact
you're
that
happy.
like the game eventually gets to the point where it's like you cap out at 30 morale, the opponent has 50. But by that point, you have the Grace of Nua, so fuck it. But anyway, yeah, we can't keep comparing it to Dong. It's not Dong, and it never will be.
Alright, so Unicorn Overlord. That was my game of the year, actually. It was the modern ogre battle that I wanted.
Oh, right, that I forgot.
It was also, it had Vanillaware graphics, which was great. I love Vanillaware. They're cool people.
Yeah,
They make good looking games.
that they do.
I really can't say much about Unicorn Overlord other than it's ogre battle, but for modern audiences. People who don't want to wait 6 hours for their little guy to...
What if you haven't played Ogre Battle?
You don't need to play ogre battle.
I mean, like, what if you don't know what Ogre Battle 64 is?
You don't have to know what it is.
Why would you need to? It's Unicorn Overlord. It's not Ogre Battle.
Like, I know what it is, I just haven't played it.
So I guess it's a tactical RPG, but not like Fire Emblem, where everybody's on a grid. It's got tactical stuff. It's got real time stuff. You basically tell.
Wait, does this game fucking play like Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom?
Yes,
God damn it!
but better.
Wait, is that a selling point or a non-selling point?
I hate
Okay,
the gameplay of
I was gonna say, is there gonna be a
Falsebound
chance this is
Kingdom.
coming out next year? You're like, oh, that's what it is?
No, but like
Look, Falsebound Kingdom is a poor man's ogre battle.
that's kind of what I was thinking, and I'm like, I despise that kind of gameplay. But I mean, it's oh yeah, no, because I forgot you showed me how the game plays.
I stood up and I spat on your PS5. Disgusting.
No. Well, I mean, he didn't. He showed me on YouTube somebody playing it.
Oh, you spit on his phone? I spit on your phone.
Wait, what did I show you? Somebody playing?
What? Or did you pull up your own game of Ogre Battle?
I went and I bought a $90 copy of Ogre Battle, yes, and I showed you that.
Oh,
I showed you somebody else's file of Ogre Battle where I had no idea what was going on.
Okay.
And it was like 9 hours of me trying to beat down a door.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, if we ever do an LP of this, you're going to have to play this by yourself and show me the recording.
Yeah, pretty much. That was what it turned into.
But none of the maps in Unicorn Overlord get that much into a slog. Except for the final one, because you gotta equip certain items, and if you don't do that, you just don't win. Okay, moving on. Spirit Hunter Volume 3 Death Mark 2.
the fuck?
So if anybody's surprised, that's mine.
Of course.
It's It's a spooky game. You're a detective, and you got to solve these spooky murders in a school. And usually each chapter, if you don't solve the spooky murder correctly, your companion explodes.
What the fuck?
Because you can't explode, but your companion is those are your stakes. And
Did you say stinks?
stakes.
Okay, it sounded like you said stinks. I was like,
Steaks sound good.
I mean, they probably do stink once they explode.
I would imagine.
I think one guy got strangled in a bathroom and then exploded.
Huh. It's like 999 all over again.
A little bit.
I don't even remember what the joke was from that LP.
He was a smoothie,
Oh yeah, the smoothies. Anyway,
which I think I stole from a movie.
it's fine.
But yeah, no, this is it came out of nowhere this year. Honestly, I was sitting there on Amazon. I'm like, no, I was on the PlayStation Store, and they're like, oh, here's Volume 3. I'm like, fucking what? What do you mean Volume 3? And then I'm like, no, okay, Amazon, please take my money.
Yeah.
Bring me the game next week. I want to play it. Speaking of smoothies and people exploding 999.
Alright, so if you...
No spoilers, Phil. You're still
Yeah,
playing it.
the LP hasn't gone all the way up yet.
Oh yeah, you're right. So, if for some reason you're crazy enough to actually watch the 999 LP, like...
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And also, it's nuts, and I get appropriately bent out of shape at certain points. It's one of those games where we would walk away from it, and my brain is just like it felt like almost every session, like every day that we spent playing it, I would ask you some form of the question of like, how stupid is this gonna get? Am I anywhere close to how stupid this is going to be? And then we finally got there, and it exceeded. Like, I put it together at a certain point, to an extent, I think.
I think you were nailing plot points. Like you were like, oh, this is obviously this is the guy who did it, and then
Oh yeah, but then I trail off and I've got like some ass pull of a fucking.
it's like this is the guy who did it because he had a gun, and then the game's like this is the guy who did it, but he did it because the moon was behind the sun. And it's like, wait, hang on.
What? No, like, yeah, no, when they finally pull out all the stops, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? And, yeah, no, it's one of those games where, like, you follow it for a while, and you'll probably figure certain things out, but you will not be right about why. I think that's really just what it came down to. And, yeah, I'm along for the ride for the next two. So that'll happen in the next few years.
Yeah.
And they'll probably show up on subsequent Game of the Years because they're probably just as dumb.
Alright, so Foam Stars.
Yeah, so this is basically just Splatoon, but with microtransactions. I think as of recording, they're sunsetting it. So for the short period of time that I played with my PlayStation Plus subscription, I enjoyed it. It was like, I think it was probably like 75% I could win, and then the other 25% I got my ass kicked. And then when they made it free to play, I started getting my ass kicked. So I was like wondering if I was gonna put it on my Game of the Year, but yeah, I don't know. It was fun for the time that I played it. And I looked at my other games that are under it. I'm like, I don't know. I had more fun playing this game than. The only thing that sucked is when you were doing having a great match, and then the internet would not your internet, but the connection would drop, and then you get back in and said, "Oh, because you dropped, we're gonna count that as a loss against you." I'm like, well, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. But I think if anybody's listening today. I think all the items are free now because they're gonna keep the servers up, but
I mean, it makes sense.
It died just like Concord.
I mean, it at least got a year out of it.
I was gonna say Concord
was burnt like a burning plane.
Oh, dude, Concord released on fire, and it didn't burn very long.
Well, you know what they say about burning brightly.
It's interesting because a lot of what I heard about Concord was like the characters aren't like fuckable, but then like you look at Film Stars, like the characters like pretty fuckable, and they both failed. So what's that tell you?
Gotta release fuckable characters.
Look.
Gotta release ugly characters and fuckable characters in the same game. That's what we're getting at.
Well, you gotta cater to all the audiences. You can't just have generic fuckable characters. You gotta get the weirdos in there. Anyway.
Yeah, so Indica.
That's why Overwatch
Yeah.
did well.
Speaking of fuckable, I don't know.
Wow.
I literally don't know what this is.
So this game is one of those games that I find interesting. I think it was my number 2 or 3 of the year. It's about a girl. She goes to become a nun. You find backstory why she goes become a nun, but
Wow, I apologize.
Yeah, and all the other nuns hate her.
and she's struggling with religion. And as somebody who has struggled with religion, I found a lot of what she said interesting. And it's a video game, so like there's coins that mean absolutely nothing. And at the very end of the game, you get the I don't remember what it's called. It's religious people know what it is, and you just shake it. You can shake it for like hours and just keep getting coins and coins.
It looks like you're jacking it over there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just shaking for hours.
But yeah, it's just a game. It talks about religion and in a fun, I don't want to say in a fun way, but in a not talking down to you, not it's her perspective and where does she go. So I thought it was pretty interesting.
All right, so next up is Arzette, the Jewel of Faramore.
Speaking of fuck, man.
Look, if you find the CDI characters fuckable, more power to you. Because that is what this game is. It's just CDI.
Do you not see Phil over there jacking it right now?
Hell yeah.
I was trying to give him some
You're
privacy.
trying to look the opposite way.
I'm a silent fapper.
If someone's just jacking it, leave them alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, leave me to it. I'll clean up. Sorry.
If we have maybe like 26 minutes, I just think I'm turning it off. I can't do this. You guys seem mature at the beginning, but now you're just talking about fapping.
Dude, we literally just recorded a man wearing a bukkake mask. Like, come on.
Hey.
That cost me $10 to do.
I have nothing to say.
It was sold at your place of employment.
You know what else they got? Richard Simmons Chia Pets.
They had
That is more understandable than that mask. I'm sorry. Store.
That's still in my closet.
Or a sex store.
I think I've had that for
You don't
2
know
years
that.
now.
I don't know that, but I did work there. So.
Yeah, that was a decade ago. Things have changed.
There's been a remodel.
Things have changed, unlike in Arzette, where it's just a CDI game, but with better controls.
That means it's the only one worth playing.
Yeah, it's
Except for the gamer cred.
It's really good, because so on the hardest difficulty, they take away your gun, essentially. Like, you can only fire the gun if you're at full health, and you have ammo. However, you have a sword that shoots sword beams that does not cost ammo, and is free at any time. You can do it whenever. You can be on your last hit, still fire sword beams. It was a good. I don't know why they did that. It was a weird decision. Anyway.
Yeah, that is weird. Considering in the CDI games, I think you only had it when you were full health.
I don't even know if he had. Yeah, he had sword beams.
Yeah, there's sword beams.
Yeah. Look, I've got them downloaded. I just haven't played them. Anyway, God of Ragnarok is what I put on here.
Alright, so
Speaking of fuckable characters.
yeah.
That
boy.
probably is true.
Definitely Fortnite for a little bit was fucking over him. And then Fortnite fucked everybody else and hey, we're not playing back in the game.
And then they put Skippy Toilet in.
Yeah, then but Skippity.
And then Godzilla's gonna show up.
Yeah, we're all playing it.
Can you imagine
You're
having a
gonna,
Godzilla
I can't
skin
believe
with
you're gonna
Skibbity
get me to
Toilet?
play fucking.
It's gonna be
Fortnite.
fun. And you know the best part is that we're gonna be in bot lobbies because you guys are new accounts.
What does that mean?
So
We're low leveled, so
that means
they're not going to put us in with the
they're gonna
sweats.
put 15 people, probably about 15 people that are real in the game, and then the other 75 will be fake bots.
Oh, all right.
And that means I'm gonna get some wins.
So yeah, it means you're gonna get to be Godzilla, or I'm gonna be pissed off.
No, Godzilla's a skin. All four of us could be Godzilla at once.
Yeah, you just gotta buy a battle pass.
Wait, are we gonna be a human-sized Godzilla?
Yes.
So we're gonna
With
fight.
a gun.
We're gonna fight Godzilla, and then we're gonna be Godzilla. And
I guess it makes sense.
Top it off, the performer that's coming to the game, Hatsune
Miku.
Yes.
You can be her skin too.
I don't want.
All right, so that was Godzilla of Ragnarok.
So I'll say the reason why we're at 21 games is Aaron every year likes to nominate a game that won game of the year the previous year.
What was the one I did before God of War Ragnarok?
Tales of Arise.
Was it Tales of Arise?
Was it Tales
yeah,
of
because I was like, Aaron, if you would have played that game last year, I would have got that game further. And then I think you did to Metroid.
Yeah, you did Metroid Dread as well.
That is fun.
So then that was the year that Corey nominated God of War Ragnarok. And then the next year you nominate God of War Ragnarok. And I said, Jacob, I'm going to play God of War Ragnarok in January 1st, 2024. And I played it. And I fucking hated it. But I'm like,
not that bad.
it's not bad, but it's like not good.
It's a fucking Souls game. That's
No,
what
it
it is.
isn't. It's an action adventure.
So I told him, I was like...
It's very Soulsy.
I was like, we can put it on there. It won't count towards anything.
And I'm like, no, fuck it. If it's in the running, it's in the running. If it wins, I'm gonna be upset, but it's gonna.
I was really hoping. It got to the point in the video. I was like, oh, I know what's still in there. And then of course he has to pop in this one.
All right, so Flintlock.
Okay, so Flintlock's not one of my games. It's a group that was like, oh, we can take a soul, do the Souls idea, and you play as this girl, and you end up blowing up this castle or whatever, forge or fort.
Keep.
Yeah, keep some, I don't know. And you unleash hell into the world, and then you die, but you don't die, and then the person, the fox person that comes and talks to you is like, oh, hey, yeah, you unleashed hell, so now we gotta go stop her. And you find out the guy with you is the one who actually released hell, but it was interesting. It was one of those games. It was one of those games where like there was like a little bit of story, but it was just more of, it was fun combat. That what I liked it. And of the 3 games I had left, I was like, do I do Flintlock, do I do Banishers, or do I do... And then the other game I think below it I didn't even beat. So I'm like, well, Banishers
Probably not that one.
Banishers would have been better if I got to play as the other character. So I was like, I guess I'm going with Flintlock. So.
All right, so working our way into the top 7. Vampire Survivors.
Somebody say something. I saw that fucking.
I didn't nominate it.
Fest.
So I didn't nominate it.
I was waiting for Aaron because Aaron's the one who nominated it.
I mean, it's a pretty fun game for pressing like my maximum of 2 buttons.
Yeah, you level up and you press the X button to confirm that you've leveled up. and then you go back to walking around until you level up again and you press the X button.
You be the boy.
Repeat this for 50 hours and you have a platinum now.
I think the platinum's more like 30.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, if you want to get all 200 trophies, it's gonna run you about
221.
Yeah, that's gonna run you about like 50. But yeah, essentially it's a roguelite. You get a bunch of power-ups. You keep going until you die, and then
Until you turn on endless mode, and then it just doesn't end.
and it never ends.
You're just there for an hour and a half,
And then you
hoping
die.
the game crashes.
Oh, Phil shows up.
And then you die from having a seizure.
I opened with "I'm here to ruin everything." I don't know what you guys expected.
But anyway, yeah.
So one could say Vampire Survivors is another crab's treasure.
That's true.
That's a terrible segue.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
I mean, it was a segue, but it. Anyway.
So tell me about another crab's.
Which one of you fuckers is a crab? All right.
Well, technically, because my birthday, I am a crab.
Oh.
But tell me about another crab's treasure. Because I wanted to buy it because it's by the same people who did
You would love it. Well, I mean, it's a Souls-like, so I'm not sure if you would like it.
If you play an easy mode, you get a gun. How's that feel, Phil?
There is actually
I
a
played
mode.
Remnant too.
Yes.
There is an easy mode for it.
I've
is
just been
Souls-like.
waiting. I've been waiting for a physical copy of it. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no physical copy. The best part about it is there's a lot of like sea puns. So like,
Is that the best part though? That sounds like the worst part.
I mean,
it's-
C is middle of the road.
they literally the currency is. So it's obviously it's under the sea.
Downwards.
I got it. Yeah, I was just looking at the laugh that you did. The little
Because I realized what I just said. The currency
you weren't playing that?
the currency is literally plastic, and they all like worship it, but they don't know it's bad for them.
That's kind of funny, actually.
It's very funny. Like the main hub area, you could call it like I don't know the hunter's dream of the game, is like it's like a big plastic paradise, and it's all made up of like just a bunch of like cardboard and plastic and stuff that's like polluting the ocean. And they're all trying to... the plot of the game is you're trying to find a treasure that's on the back of a cereal box.
That's cool.
It's a very cute and funny game, and it also has Souls-like mechanics, so I would recommend it. It's only like $30, and it's on and if you get it on a sale, it's probably gonna be like $20. So
Okay.
a physical copy would probably be more expensive. I saw it. I really wanted to play it, so I just bought the digital copy.
So what you're saying is you felt some euphoria to the saga playing that.
We nominated that one.
That was mine.
Oh.
It's a good game.
I was kind of hoping that Stellar was next. Because like, that was a pretty stellar conversation.
Aaron, stop stealing my
I was
segue!
gonna say, you're fucking...
I mean, that's easy. If I'm coming up with it, that was easy.
So you're saying that Stellar Blade was pretty
fucking
sparking.
Euphoria.
It was pretty sparking.
Stop stealing my segue! Anyway, so Euphoria...
Stop being a bot over here. Be an astrobot.
Skip Space Marine, you fuckers.
we were just giving it some space.
Damn it!
Okay.
Why did we spoil all the segues?
Because you guys are assholes.
We're a bunch of losers. Anyway.
So Euphoria 2 is a sequel to an NES game.
What?
You probably don't remember, but you played it for Spitesmiths like 10 years ago. It was one of the games that Josh got me.
Okay.
Your main attack is you throw your head at people. Like you start off as a penguin, and the projectile is a head of your character.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. It's up somewhere on YouTube.
Yeah, no. But anyway, it's a sequel, 20-some years in the making. Or maybe it was 30-some years in the making, I don't know.
It's the NES, it could almost be 40.
And it's this really dumb game about some alien who shows up. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna steal everything from the planet. And then you're like, no, you're not. And then you just throw your head at him.
Ultraman. Sorry, just the idea of an alien being like, I'm gonna steal everything. No.
Yeah, and it's a really short game. It's like 2 hours long. It's a good time though. It's got a really nice aesthetic to it. It looks like it's made of yarn and crafts.
Oh.
It was pretty stellar, Blade.
I'll keep it sweet and short. Tits ass, great game.
Except for if you get stuck in an elevator for 3 goddamn days.
Okay, I do have a question about Stellar Blade.
Alright.
I've only played like 3 hours of it. I do own it. But
Do you feel uncomfortable playing in front of your girlfriend?
no,
She
it's
walks
not
in.
that.
She walks in. You're in the nano suit or whatever, the skinless suit.
No,
You're
like,
like, honey, it's just I'm doing a challenge.
I'm actually in like the
honey.
lingerie one.
It's for the platinum.
I'm doing
This is a
the
video
no
game
parry
question.
run.
Okay.
All I hear about the game is tits, ass, hotness. I don't ever hear anything about the game itself. Is like the game itself actually good?
Did you play Nier Automata?
I have Nier Automata. I haven't played it though.
Okay, because if you've played Nier Automata, you've played the better version of Stellar Blade.
Yeah, Cellblade's fun. The problem is that
I don't even think Nier Automata's that good.
I heard the music in Stellar Blade's pretty good.
Cool.
I didn't mind it.
Like-
Honestly, the problem with Stellar Blade is that a group took it as their prize to stick it to the other group who was like, no, we're against this, and it's unfortunate that every other fucking game that's not sex appeal gets
compared to by Stellar Blade now.
So I mean, I was when I saw the trailer 3 years ago for Stellar Blade, I was already interested in it before the whole tits and ass thing, but
I saw a picture on Twitter. It was the guy who made Stellar Blade. He was in a because you know the game, the new Naughty Dog game's like under controversy because the character's ugly.
Yeah.
The guy who made Stellar Blades took a picture with Neil Druckmann saying, "Oh, I love your new game" and stuff like that. I was like,
and that's why
play it for the game, like not the person you're looking at.
That's what I want to see. I want to see because, now we're here. Like Flintlock was the game that got hit with the DEI thing. And I played it, and there's nothing in the game that I saw that was like shitting on one person. It was just a game. You're just playing a game about a character, from start to finish, not shitting on anybody. At least that's what I saw. And that's kind of like Celebrate. Celebrate's just a game where it's like, you just play it, but unfortunately, a group claimed it as their own, and
like I said earlier, it is an alright game. Like it feels monotonous at times. And then the only thing that has stuck with me is getting stuck in that lift for 3 days. That's not an exaggeration.
Yeah,
it was 3 real life days before I found on a thread where they're like, yeah, no, what you need to do is, so since these boxes are stuck together now, you need to bring a third box over and wedge yourself into the first box and just slowly inch it around. And that whole process took me 15 minutes. And I know what you're thinking. Well, Jake, couldn't you just reset the area and reload the boxes into the starting position? No. These boxes were coded to stay where they were.
This is what people are thinking. They're like, Jake did 15 minutes of that work because he wants to see more tits and ass.
I already had the best costume at that point.
I already had the bodysuit.
I was 80% of the way done with the game. I had like 3 bosses to go, and I'm like, I'm not starting over.
The one thing I'll say with the there's a point where it's like kind of no return at the very end of the game, and you go in to fight 3 bosses back to back to back, and that was probably where I lost a lot of points because it was like, fuck, this is. I was already like I had enough heals that I was able to continue on, but other people were like, I was having problems with that. I was playing on an easy, Phil.
I think I
played
did
plenty
too
of games on easy.
That's a game. Well, okay, that's fine, but why do you have to point me out? Like,
No. I was making a point about because
you're a bitch.
No, because 2 of us are like, wow, we were getting our asses kicked, and you're over here like, I just had to mash through it, and I'm like, let's clarify.
You play on fucking easy.
No, I'm kind of the same way now. If there's no trophies for beating the game on like the normal or hard mode, I'll probably just play it on easy.
I only do it on certain games where I'm like one of the games I played recently, I put it on like the second from the top hardest difficulty because I'm like, I want this game to be hard. But there are certain games where it's like,
I don't care.
Yeah, like Remnant, I finally started getting around to playing the hard mode. But for most of it, I'm like, I'm here to collect shit. These bosses suck ass no matter what difficulty I play it on. So I'm not putting it on Nightmare.
That's what I did with Stellar Blade. I looked at the trophies. I was like, oh, good. There's no hard mode trophies. Easy.
I think I was about 30% done with the game. and a boss showed up, and I'm just like, you know what? I've had enough of your shit. We're bumping this down to easy. I usually think to myself, I put games on easy if it's like an RPG. If it's something not skill-based. Like I'm not going to play an RPG on hard, because that's just, hey, do you have bigger numbers? But like Rise of the Ronin, I played that on normal, because that's what the game recommended.
Yeah.
But like I was playing through Metaphor, and I'm like, I'm gonna put this on easy because I don't care. Like, if I'm gonna be doing this for hours, this fucking battle, I might as well just get them done fast.
You know what the best part about this episode is that we're hitting every fucking person. We're hitting the easy hard group, DEI no DEI group.
Yeah. No.
So would you say
everyone's gonna be mad? It's the way
But
it goes.
this gets take up a new transition.
Would you say they'd be
sorry,
sparking?
Sorry, we gotta
It's
go back.
sparking a certain
I didn't
crowd?
mean to interrupt Phil.
What?
Save your sparking. I didn't mean to interrupt Phil.
I don't even remember what I was saying, so don't worry about it.
Okay. I apologize.
Would people be dragging their balls?
That's good.
That's
No,
better.
we're
That's way
dragging
better.
their balls.
Dragging their balls till they hit 0? I don't know.
Dragging their balls with enough force that it's sparking.
There we go. We did it.
Until they
we
hit
workshopped it.
All right. Well, since only one of us played this,
Yeah.
I think everybody else looked at it and went, nah.
I think the best part. I think it'd be quite.
Like, I thought about it for a couple minutes, and then I'm like, eh. But, like, if I'm gonna play a Budokai, I'm gonna play, like, the old Budokai.
I'm gonna pop in Dragon Ball Sagas.
Okay, I'll tell you about Sparking Zero real quick. Sparking Zero was fun until I platinumed it. And I played online for a little bit. It was fun. You know, it's... Updates came out and made the game better. Let me tell you, the character creator... Or not creator. Selector... Fucking awful. It's so clunky. It's just... Would you like to go through 30 Gokus before you get to Vegeta?
Hell yeah! That's the Dragon Ball we know and love.
But you get to see Goku mid.
Yeah. Goku early, Goku Z, Goku as Z end. It's just like, no, just stop. But the thing that really disappointed me most, okay, I liked what they did with the story. So, like, the way the story worked with Sparking Zero was they had, like, kind of what they did with older games. Like, there's, like, each character, like a lot of the main characters had, like, their own story mode. What they did, so obviously Goku's is freaking, like, a novel. Except no Dragon Ball for some reason, because like apparently the people who make the games forget that Dragon Ball exists.
Well, Dragon
All the
Ball
time.
is, from what I've heard, very controversial today.
Yeah, but if you're only gonna do the fights, there's nothing controversial about it.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So,
I mean, you do
But
do have to remember the other characters existing besides Goku.
well, yeah, especially in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, like Goku.
But,
Yeah.
if somebody wants to go back and watch it and they go, oh wow,
Oh wow,
Bulma.
that
What's up with
14-year-old
Bulma?
girl is.
I'm just tired of people's games forgetting the.
let's hit them all. Let's get
Thinking the story starts from Z
Wait, the story doesn't start at Frieza?
or Raditz.
At Raditz?
Oh my god! Fucking
But-
the story starting at.
There's a lot of good like what ifs, like, what if Goku didn't die during the fight with Raditz? What if he went Super Saiyan against Vegeta? Like, a lot of, like, stuff that fans have thought of is in the game. It's very fan
If Goku went Super Saiyan against Vegeta, he would have vaporized him.
Yeah, but he still lets him go.
No, he would have.
What's the fucking point? Is Vegeta's like, ah, shit, that guy's really fucking scary.
I think what happens in that
No, it
story
would have been
is...
an absolute beatdown. Like,
I think what happens is Goku beats Vegeta as a Super Saiyan, Goku lets him go, and then on Planet Namek, since Vegeta fought a Super Saiyan, he, like, tasted that power a little bit, so then Vegeta becomes a Super Saiyan on Namek.
so does he kill Frieza?
Yes.
Oh.
Interesting.
The what-ifs are actually pretty good, but that's not my complaint about the story. My complaint about the story is other characters get shafted.
Of course they get shafted.
I heard Vegeta's story is like 2 fights.
Yeah, it ends at Boo, and I was just like, no, it goes through Super. Piccolo's ends at the Android Saga.
Well, Piccolo didn't do shit
Okay,
after
to be
the
fair,
androids.
that was the last fight that Piccolo had. That
Yeah, I mean,
was
he
cool.
does stuff in, like, Super.
Oh, he just.
And I imagine like they're gonna have DLC for superheroes, so I imagine they're gonna have more for him.
So this is why I stopped
Orange
caring about.
Piccolo.
This is why I stopped caring about Dragon Ball. Was I watched half of Dragon Ball? I don't know if it was Dragon Ball Z, where he turns back into a kid.
GT.
GT.
Oh, I was gonna say Dyna.
And I got kind of bored, so I stopped watching it. And then
GT's not great.
Well, it came out. They're like, oh, by the way, that's the show that you invested in. Yeah, not canon. And I said, well,
It never was.
well, I'm pretty sure it was
Well,
canon.
wasn't it canon before like
But
Evolution and shit came out, and
but people
Torian
hate-
was like, "No, I need to come back." And
But people hated it so
I
much.
gotta come back
that
and
they're
unwrite
like,
all
yeah.
these bad things.
It wasn't made by Toriyama, so it was never actually canon.
A lot of the concept art though was drawn by him, like Vegeta with the mustache and the really bad hair. That was drawn by him. Anywho, though,
so it sounds
the
like
second half of GT is fine. The first half of it's terrible.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you'd have to be pretty hardened to get through this game, like a Space Marine 2.
Anyways, though, the game was fine.
You can't unsegue my segue.
So Stellar Blade, tits and ass.
We're going back now.
Hell yeah, we're
back to
gonna
Stellar Blade.
avoid number one like the plague.
Just keep going
Anyway.
back. So anyway, God of Ragnarok.
Speaking of
It's
plagues,
Godzilla of Ragnarok.
speaking of plagues, Space Marine.
I want to hear about
Anyway.
this game.
Space Marine 2 is obviously a sequel, and
No.
I liked.
Is it a sequel to Deathmark?
Sure, why not?
Goes like rolling on.
No, I never actually beat the first Space Marine game, but I did kind of like it. But I wasn't that into 40K. Like, I appreciated 40K, but I didn't go down the lore hole. But then recently, I just started getting really into 40K stuff, and I'm like, oh right, yeah, Space Marine 2 came out this year. I should play a game that came out this year. Because I haven't played anything else.
Pal World.
And, what?
Wait, was Power World this year or last year?
It was this year.
No.
I don't know anything about that.
You played it.
Power World was last year.
No, Power was this year.
No, it was this year.
Am I thinking of...
Oh, Pal World! I thought you were saying Pal World! And I'm like, what the fuck
I'm like,
Pal
I'm like,
World?
you're not. I know you're not that stupid to not remember that because
I
you're.
fucking forgot I played Pal World! What is wrong with me? I love
Power World's
that
on
game!
PS5 now, I think.
Pal
I was
World
thinking of that other game you guys
awesome.
played.
Hey, blame Jacob.
Yeah,
I
you
asked him, I
fucking
said,
remind me.
I'm like,
Oh, it's not my job to tell you what games.
I'm like, did he not like Pal World? And he's like, I'm not telling him.
Look, if you can't
Fuck
remember,
you!
if you can't remember the games you played this year, you must not have liked them.
Fuck you!
I
Also-
struggled to find 5 too.
Also,
Trust
I
me.
forgot about Power until it reminded me.
I'm like, what the fuck? I thought Phil liked Pal World so much.
I
And then
did!
you're over here like,
I
Pal
was thinking of
World,
the
what?
other Pokemon-like game you guys played.
No, nobody likes Temtem. Fuck Temtem.
Yeah, fuck Temtem. We don't talk about that. I deleted it and I will never re-download it. Anyway, yeah.
So Space Marine, your second game now.
No, Space Marine
Power
2
number
was- Space Marine 2 would still be my number one. It's just a very good...
It looks like Gears of War every time I look at it.
It's not. Gears of War is a cover shooter.
You see, everybody in Space Marine has necks.
That's debatable. But... no. Space Marine's more like...
A Marine in space.
I mean,
Got him.
I mean, they are blue.
He's over here dancing.
only the Ultramarines.
Yeah, because they're blue. They're Marines. Marine blue.
Yeah, but there's other Marines that aren't blue.
Well, they're
You-
colorblind.
Guys,
you
let
start
Phil,
the game.
Let Phil explain his.
Everyone knows color doesn't travel in space.
Oh my god.
Then why is the Earth blue?
Shut up!
From
Anyway.
space. Anyway. Yeah, no.
Anyway,
You're
Astrobot.
playing as the same. You're playing as the same character as Space Marine 1 100 years later.
What?
Yeah.
Is he like the Doom Marine?
Is it Captain America?
Doom Slayer?
No, the Astartes, which are the Space Marines, they're superhumans. They're
Oh.
like 7 feet tall and they live for millennia.
That's dumb.
But yeah, he's been in exile, and you actually start the game not realizing you're playing as him, but you're playing as as somebody from the Death Watch, which they go in and they deal with alien problems. And there's a really big alien problem because the Tyranids have arrived, which I was trying to do a segue off of. I don't remember what I said.
You trying to segue into Astrobot?
No. But yeah, and the Death Watch are black, so you don't start out playing as blue Marines.
Well, what is black but a darker blue?
Maybe.
If you take all the color saturation out of blue, what do you got?
White.
Fuck.
I don't know. It could go either way.
If you take all the brightness out of blue, what do you got?
Yeah, that works the same for any color though, so that's whatever. But anyway, yeah, no, it's just it's not a very compelling game story-wise. It's really just a game where you get to be like, if you know Warhammer 40k, it's just a really fun game to play in that sense, because you're like, oh, you get to see how the people who made it really know what the fuck they're talking about. And you're hearing about all these other characters that just don't happen to be present, but it's like, oh, okay, stuff is still happening. These characters do matter. Like when when you're playing as the Death Watch, I was like, yes, this is who you should be playing as, because these would be I was worried. I'm like, why would the Ultramarines just show up to a Tyranid problem, and then you're playing as the Death Watch? I'm like, fuck, this is exactly who it should be, and they're doing exactly what they should be doing. And then it turns out it just is the character from Space Marine 1. And he got kicked out of the Ultramarines, and he's doing his penance in the Death Watch, and then he dies.
Whoa. Spoilers.
For the first level in the game.
Yeah, that could take some people 6 hours.
Yeah, but anyway, the game keeps going after that, but it's I would say like you want to try and you said it looked like Gears of War, but it really isn't.
It's not a cover shooter.
It's not. There is no cover button.
Because didn't Gears of War actually rip off Space Marine?
It's heavily inspired by Warhammer 40k, yeah. But no, like.
But like no dice, we gotta do that too.
It's basically it's. The main thing about Space Marine is that you have an effective like shield, but it's recharged by you doing parries and like specific melee in close kills. So you're taking hits, but you don't get your health back. You just get your shield back.
Yeah, well, shield's all you need.
I have a question. What were those rat things in that one picture? You said they weren't rats.
They were slugs.
They were little they were like spiky pill bugs basically with a tail. But they look like rats, so I just started giggling to myself. I'm like, rats. But yeah, there's two main. In the first one, you were fighting orcs, and then you were fighting chaos. In the second one, you're fighting Tyranids, which are basically like mix of the alien, mix of the xenomorph and like the Thing. If anyone actually knows what that is.
Yeah, from Fantastic Four.
Not that.
Oh, you mean Mothra? I gotcha.
I was thinking of the Blob.
When you say a thing, are you talking about the movie?
The movie The Thing.
Yeah, Mothra.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Godzilla vs. the Thing.
Whatever, man. Anyway, they basically, the Tyranids come in and they eat and they make more of themselves. And that's just what they do. And they evolve very quickly. Your character at the beginning is releasing a what's referred to as an exterminatus virus, which would normally wipe out an entire planet, but basically it's just there to slow the Tyranids down, because it won't kill them. They are that robust. And then at some point Chaos shows up, because anytime anything is going badly, but then the Space Marines get a handle on it. Chaos is like, we're here now! Chaos everywhere! We're here to make things worse!
We're here to flood the city
Pretty much.
with the power of the 7 Chaos Emeralds.
Well, okay, less that. More,
Looking like a shitty pie latte.
Stop referencing Sonic Adventure 1. God. But by that point, the Chaos Emeralds were dead anyway.
Don't worry about it.
But regardless, it's always like, it's a problem, and then we're getting the problem under control, and then the fucking forces of chaos show up and are like, we're here to make things horrible. And that's always where it goes. That's always where 40K goes. It's just, it's
horrible.
No win for the Imperium of Man has ever been anything but Pyrrhic. Basically, you take like 90% casualties and you just barely scrape by. That's what Warhammer always is. It's just a bunch of that story told over and over again.
Sounds like what they need to do is get their units botted. Kind of like an Astrobot.
What pisses me off is I had 3 transitions.
And they were all better than that?
And I didn't want to be an asshole. I was just waiting. Because you said something about, fuck.
I was gonna say Space Marine 2 sounds astronomical. Kind of like Astrobot.
God. They're fucking called the Astartes. You could have just, like, if you fuckers knew anything about Warhammer.
Look, we're all not nerds
Oh,
here.
I was going to say, like you said, we're all dead or something like that. And I was like, just like how...
We're nerds, but not like D&D nerds.
No.
Those are different.
I'm a D&D
What the fuck are you
nerd.
arguing with?
Don't know.
like he said there's a difference here. No, fuck it. It's gone. It's transitioned. Astrobot. Jeff Keighley's Astrobot.
I feel bad for enjoying this game.
Why? Because it's Super Mario
Never
Sunshine
feel bad.
20 years later?
Never feel bad for enjoying a game if it has tits or ass or no tits and ass. It's okay.
I'm pretty sure Astrobot's
And that
got...
is our Game of the Year award.
Ass is in the name! Anyway.
Ass is in the name.
It is.
Yeah, it's essentially, you remember that game?
What game?
It was essentially, you remember that PlayStation game or that?
Oh, I get what you're saying. I get it.
Because essentially you just go collect, essentially you are piloting a PS5 spaceship and all the parts get jacked. And you got to go rescue all these bots to help get it back. And some of the bots are all references to other Sony IPs like Persona. Well, not.
We don't talk about Days Gone.
He's in it.
Did you hear about the Days Gone guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking talking here, Aaron. You just shut
The Sony IPs like Bloodborne.
Yeah, that's the only thing they're going to do with Bloodborne for the next 20 years.
and we released a teaser. We like you guys. You're whatever.
There's like special levels. There's an Uncharted level where you shoot a gun.
Wow! Wow, sounds exhilarating, just like Uncharted.
Oh my god.
There's a God of War level where
Or you shoot a gun!
no, you throw an axe.
Whoa, it's like a gun, but it's an axe now.
I think the first one is it's the monkey game, monkey IP.
Oh, Ape Escape?
Ape Escape, yeah.
And you shoot a gun that fires nets!
You capture monkeys.
Fucking Ape Escape. Like, god damn.
And then there's a Horizon level where they give you a gun!
No, they give you a bow.
What's like a gun but weaker?
I'm trying to remember what the fourth level was. There was crap, what was it?
This just sounds like a better take on PlayStation All-Stars.
You take that back.
I mean, PlayStation All-Stars was kind of garbage.
It kind of
take
is
that back.
like
I will not.
You
Like,
take that.
just-
I'm
just
gonna
like-
fight you over here.
it's
The
Sony's
concept, taking the concept of, like, it's about celebrating our IPs, but then not just trying to be the, like, nega version of Smash Brothers.
It's
No,
Sony-
this is
it's
trying to be
Sony's
the-
Mario.
This is trying to be Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh, so we're just stealing more Nintendo shit.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay, but it doesn't do a bad job at stealing. It's actually really fun.
But it is theft. No, I don't care.
I was gonna say,
the only
Nintendo
thing...
does not own the rights to platforming.
No, you know what they do own the rights to?
Oh,
Throwing a ball.
Yeah, they somehow got that. No, the only thing that I'd seen about Astrobot, aside from everybody going, wow, this game's really hard, and it's like the most basic fucking Mario level,
It's all the tits and ass.
is they got the fucking...
Bolts and nuts.
They got the hover ability from Flood and Super Mario Sunshine. Like, it's just 1-to-1, really.
Were people actually saying it was hard? I didn't even think.
No, there were a bunch of people like, wow, this game's really hard. Look at this level. Look, there's an enemy coming at me. There's one.
I didn't even.
It's so hard.
I didn't even think the challenge levels were hard.
This platform is spinning while an enemy's charging at me. What do I do?
It's so hard.
I thought the challenge levels were the best part of the game. Because they were actually, like, they were challenging, but I didn't think they were, like...
This isn't a set piece! What do I do?
There's
I like
Days
it 'cause
Gone in
it's-
here. Are they gonna be mad at me for playing Days Gone?
I just like it's a good platformer.
I get you.
Speaking of Days Gone, though, I wish Sony wouldn't forget about that.
No, those days are gone.
Indeed.
Shut up. It's better than Last of Us.
That's not hard.
Wow.
Tell Sony that.
I didn't think we could find another fan base. That was Aaron, the other Aaron that said, not me.
That's fine. He also already shit on all the Warhammer fans.
There's none of them.
It's not even 40K.
I'm not shitting on Warhammer.
I'm literally here!
I'm not
you're
shitting
not.
on Warhammer. I've never
4K
played
fan.
Warhammer.
I am not a recording, thank you very much.
I've never even played Warhammer, so I can't shit on it.
You can. You can shit on it all you want.
This
You
is
know,
the internet.
I
You can
haven't
shit on
played-
whatever you want. You don't have to play.
I haven't played tabletop Warhammer either because I'm not made of money.
The last Warhammer game I played was on the
It all comes back to Warhammer.
It was on the PSP. It was Warhammer. I think it was Space Marine or something like that. But it was a tactical game. And they gave you a download, like you could do a download version of it, like or a demo. You could do a demo of it. And I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. And then I got the game. And I was like, oh, this game's fucking hard.
Yeah. It's a fucking Warhammer 40K game. Then
I
the
said
grim
if-
dark future of
I said, I'm done sticking my neck out for this game.
Yeah, well,
I think I played it for 5 minutes, but my PSP was trash, so it kept freezing. I had a really shit
No,
PSP.
I used to like Space Warhammer.
it's a really interesting war. Like, just good shit.
Alright, so now that we've gone through the 21 best games of this year.
One last segue.
Where I forgot fucking Power.
Oh, are you talking about Cloud?
Well,
Are you talking about Cloud?
technically
Segway?
Power World hasn't come out yet, so you can put it on next year's list.
You're not gonna allow it.
Why
You're
would-
just gonna be like,
Why
no,
would-
you played most of it last year.
I'm trying to
Just
I'm
to
trying
keep
think what
Power
game's gonna be
World
on
out
next
of the
year.
It
conversation.
might be GTA.
You already outlawed all my
No, the
fucking
game I played.
ROM hacks, which
Oh,
are most of the games
every
that
game I
I
played.
played.
Those aren't real!
I think I know every game I put on the list that came out this year.
Those are
Wait,
old. Those are old ass games anyway. You played Pokemon Gold before.
You haven't
The
seen
funny thing is, I'm probably gonna
Sea
play it. I'm
Glass
probably
is
gonna get
something
RZ,
else.
but I probably won't get to it
It's
until
like
next
a
year.
remake
Put it
of
on the-
Gen.
I'll put it on my list.
All right,
next
so
year.
now that we're just kind of babbling in two different conversations, we're all leaving. Goodbye.
Yeah, I was gonna
Goodbye.
say.
Happy holidays.